Is change of formulae, and we are taking this as first examples of the change of formula. So the question is says x to divide x plus a minus a to divide x plus b is equal to 1. And the question says you are to find the values of x, telling you that you are to make s as a subject of the formula. So let's start by solving this, which is the first thing you must take note. You know there's a 2 fraction is equal to 1. We try to make x plus a as the lowest common multiple for this fraction, that is x here. Now, if x plus a goes here, it will remain x onto x plus b. Now, minus a onto go. So x plus b to divide our xm, it will remain x plus a, which is equal to 1. So we are able to do the expansions of equation. That is why we passed through that stage before this time. Let's expand this through bracket. So x times x will give us s squared. X times b will give us plus x b, minus a times s will give us ax, minus a times plus a will give us minus a squared. So from that place we still have x plus a to divide x plus b is equal to 1. Now we can't do anything next than to make the equation to be linear. Recall, 1 to divide 1 will also give us 1. So let's try to cross multiply to have 1 to multiply s squared plus xb minus ax minus a squared is equal to 1 to multiply x plus a onto x plus b. So you can able to realize that it will also give you the same thing. Anytime you multiply 1 with any number, you will surely achieve the same value. So in the process of this, we have, so x plus a, we need to expand it at this point. X times x will give us s squared plus xb plus ax plus ab. So we have expanded, but let's try to do something. Let's subtract s squared from the both side, minus s squared. This side also minus s squared. So when we subtract, you discover that this and this will become 0. This and this minus plus s squared minus s squared will also become 0. So what will remain in the equation will be xb minus ax minus a squared is equal to xb plus ax plus ab. So now we still discover that we have xb as c common. Let's also subtract xb from the both side, minus xb. So these two xb will become 0. These two will also become 0 when you subtract xb from the both sides. So we have minus ax minus a squared is equal to ax plus ab. So I have been able to reduce the equation to minimum part, but we still discover we have ax in the both sides. So let's also subtract ax from the both sides, minus ax. So this is what it requires. This will give us minus 2ax. Yes. But this will give us 0. This method is a method of eliminating an equation, making it to be reduced. So that is why we are doing it in that form. So we have minus 2ax minus a square is equal to, this one will remain plus ab. Now, but we are to make s as a subject of the formula. So let's also add, minus a square is a plus in this junction, and I want to remove that minus a square. I will now add a square to the both sides plus a square. So when I add a square, this will make it to become 0. So we have minus 2ax will give you ab plus a square. So from that angle, let's try to make s as a subject of the formula by dividing the both sides by minus 2a. Minus 2a divided by minus 2a. Minus we cancel minus. 2 we cancel 2. A we cancel a. Therefore, we have our x equal to ab plus a squared over minus 2a. So we still need to factorize better to have a minimum values. A is common. At that junction, we have b plus a to divide minus 2a. So the a we cancel a. We have x is equal to minus onto b plus a over 2. So this is the value of x from that equation. So we still look forward for another example for you to get it better. So let's prompt to example 2. Example for the change of formulae. So this question we are to make x as the subject of the formula, and making x as subject of the formula, let's divide the both sides of the equation by a. So when you divide the both sides by equation by a, we have something like a root x minus 1 is equal to b over a. But there is another thing that is important is, let's clear the both sides so we can able to have the value of x, square the both sides. So for the squaring the both sides, we have something like this. That is b over a all square. So the square will cancel this. We have x minus 1 is equal to b square over a square. So let's add 1 to the both sides, as we used to say that x minus 1, you say plus 1 is equal to b square over a square plus 1. So this will make this to be 0. So we have x will be b squared over a square plus 1. So you can leave it like, but you can also make it as xm is a square to have a square b square now plus a square. So which can also be a squared onto b squared plus 1 over a. So the xm is, again, sorry for that, we have a square onto b squared plus a square. So that should be the final answer. So now you now have to solve this. This is under volume 1. You solve this class works for you to make x as the subject of the formulae. So a is equal to 2b plus 3x to divide 3b minus 2x. Another one, a over x minus 1 is equal to b over 2x. Root s squared plus a squared, all in root, is equal to 3a. Make x as the subject of the formula. So thanks for watching this video.